Yo, welcome back to the final part of the Hero Arena runs, man. And I'm pretty confident in the last tower because I'm gonna be using Human Team, and as we all know, Human Team is one of the strongest team for like most Hero Arenas. And it's a team that you are like the most confident with because you're running two units on what like attack gear. That's like the rarest thing in here. Like most of the time, you're gonna be running just HP sets and living and like hitting down. This team survives pretty well with two units on attack, and like we're gonna supplement that with like the crit resist rolls. Like that's what we normally run. The place where this team doesn't really like shoot up to the stars is like the recovery of HP before moving on. So yeah, it's one of those teams, but it's a pretty strong one because you already know it tanks everything very well. What they throw out to you, you have pretty decent DPS, and it's just about life stealing back your HP before going through. So you're gonna be just killing the heavy hitters on the enemy's team, and just sticking around more like to regen your HP and life steal some back before going through to the following stages. Like for this first team, it's a pretty easy team to get rid of. You get rid of either Roxy or King first, as I usually do. Normally I would go for King, but like other teams I would normally just go for King first because he's like easier to kill. But since I'm running humans like you have the opportunity to get rid of Roxy first, and like I just take it, right? Because normally she's gonna stick around and you get rid of her second, but you can get rid of King like anytime once you have an Escanor card, which is pretty good. So we can leave him around for a bit and just like focus Roxy, then get rid of like the more annoying one, which is Merlin. So just to limit the amount of infects we get. Right here, this is a pretty unfortunate RNG where she's getting hit down to like no HP. But that's like in the rare case. Like normally that won't happen. If it does, you just restart, hope for better RNG. That's all it is. Now it's just about literally life stealing it all back. This is where you suffer the most in this team. It's like cleaning up the enemy is pretty good. Your survivability is very, very good. But the part that's going to take you the most amount of time is just getting back to full HP before moving on. That's it. Like you're just, because you don't have a healer, you gotta life steal and regen over and over and over for a few turns sometimes if we're unlucky, just to get back to full HP. But it's pretty easy to do, and it's like pretty chill, so you don't really risk dying to any like the units you're gonna be leaving for last. They have like no way possible to like actually kill you or deal like major damage anyway. So it's just like a slower process, but it's pretty much guaranteed that you're gonna move across with like full HP. Especially for this team, you always want to leave like Lilia alive because she honestly cannot do anything by herself, and it's very easy to just like fully heal and just go through. Also, my Escanor is gonna be the one like that's gonna be targeted because he is the green unit with the least HP because he is on attack set. Him being on attack set just enables him to be the one like getting hit on over like Arthur, which is very nice. So once a green unit is gonna be prioritized, it's gonna be Escanor, and he's gonna take like minimal damage and he can lifesteal all back pretty fast, which is a plus. Like Bond, he can tank very well by himself, and his lifesteal is very good, so you don't really need to worry too much. The Goddess team is not really a problem. Like their first turns, their first 2 or 3 turns are really slow. They don't really push to like dish out a huge amount of DPS, so you can get away with like pushing an ult literally in front of their faces, and they can't really do much. My bond is 3-6, not really the best, not really the lowest either, but it's enough for what I want to do, which is get rid of Mael. That's it. You just get rid of him because he is the DPS on the team. Once we do that, it's just GG's. I'm just going to weaken Mael and I'm going to weaken Ludociel. So what's going to happen is they're both going to get killed, but the revive is going to proc on Ludo because she is in first. And Mael is going to die. Pretty much. And now I just kill Ludo. I can kill Sarmiel. And it's just back to the same process of healing back up and moving on. That's why, like, this team, you aim for the heavy hitters, get rid of them. Leave the most useless unit on the team that's by themselves. You heal up and literally continue. Repeat the process over and over. The weakest link is Goddess Liz. So you just leave her. She really can't do anything by herself. Like, what can she do? Pop her ult, fully heal back up, stun a unit that can't be stunned. Like, and she's gonna prioritize Escona because he's to the far left with his ult, and she can't really do anything to him either way. So once you feel like your HP is pretty much topped up, finish her off and just go through. Like, Escona can be at like 95. Yeah, about 95% HP with a little bit off the top. And he's still pretty much in the safe. Right here, like, this tier actually just crits. It just crit her, and that's not a normal situation. And this is why you have Escona in the lower HP, so he gets focused. And yeah, you see, it wasn't really that close to him dying because he's still that good. So same focus. Get ready to kill tier, the heavy hitter. Before in this comp, we would have to deal with Echidna, and now it's just Rimuru. I think that's more manageable unit, especially for this team where we don't really have buffs. So we can actually just, like, stick around a little more, and like, he doesn't spam his infect too much, but when it does, it's not really that much of a problem. Yes, it's gonna delay me getting healed for like a turn, but that's like nothing. And the unit I'm choosing to leave behind is gonna be Nanashi, because Nanashi, he has a 6-6 ult in this build and whatever, but he really can't do much by himself anyways. So I'm gonna try to kill Freya and then Rimuru and leave Nanashi just to heal up and move on. The real fight in, like, with this team, like in the later part of the battles, tends to become RNG, as you will see. Like, there are times you won't get any good DPS cards, and like, you'll get spammed with so many like useless cards. It's crazy. Like, even like right here, look at my hand. Yes, I have the removes, but if I had something I could actually use to kill, I won't need like the remove gauge. If it merges, I might just reset and just come back and remove it, honest to God, because you don't want to get ulted at all. That's a good thing about if you're getting shafted with Arthur's cards, you can still like remove gauges. It's just like not completely dead. Like, that's all we needed. We just need some Escalor cards, man. That's it. it's super easy to like just get rid of them, but you need to actually be getting these like semi decent RNG. And yes, even on attack gear, if Nanashi ults you, you can pretty much tank it reasonably easy. But for 6-6 Rimuru, as I always say, I will not risk getting ulted by a 6-6 Rimuru because the Abyss is just a problem sometimes, and I don't want to really test it. If maybe it was like first team into like tower, I wouldn't mind testing it to see like how much damage it would actually inflict upon me. So see, to test for like future runs to see if I can actually risk getting hit by a 6-6 Rimuru by himself. But this late into the fight, there's no way I'm gonna risk testing it. You just gotta get rid of him. And Nanashi's a pretty nice unit to like just leave behind because he doesn't really deal any sort of insane damage, i.e. the useless unit once he's by himself. And yeah, don't even like that little blip in Espenor's HP. Don't really need to worry too much about it. That's fine. Any team with Scotty and you're running Bond, it can be a problem. So as my first priority, I have learned this by actually coming up against this in PvP. You want to kill Scotty. Don't even give them free debuffs. Don't give them free stats because it will become a nightmare. So what I tend to do is literally just immediately go straight into Scotty. Like, she's gonna be the first unit for sure that I'm gonna focus to get rid of. 100%. Like in this case, especially when you're using this team that's spewing debuffs for every card you use, you definitely want to get rid of her. Don't even take a chance. Like to focus Freya first to anything. Scotty has to go straight up. Second unit you can go for Freya. Don't really mind. The unit you're gonna leave behind for this is gonna be Diane. Because by herself, she can't really dish out too much damage anyway. And with the amount of debuffs we're gonna have on her, she's not really gonna be able to do anything at all. It's just gonna be slightly unfortunate because she will be attacking the lowest green unit. Right here, that's crit resist. So if that had crit, we were dead. Unfortunate that they had to go into the lowest unit and that was not Escanor. But damn, if we had taken a crit there, it would have been over. Curse is just coming in clutch. I just gotta wait for like an opportunity to get like either my ult for her now, as long as Jillian can get her ult back, or I can like stall it out, and maybe there's a turn where I don't have to risk ult, so she attacks Jillian, and then my recovery just goes insane. That's another option I have. Like right here, I'll remove the gate, so she's not gonna ult. But since I don't have a taunt up, Jillian is still like lowest HP, so she should attack into Jillian, and my recovery will pop in, and my HP would go almost the full way up. And at this point, I think it's best that I just go on because I don't have any more Jillian cards, don't have an ult, so I don't risk losing any more HP on Jillian. Just continue. I think that's just the best choice in that situation. For last team, this is always a scary team, but now for humans. We are pretty tanky, and it's fully like attack disadvantage, so we're already taking less damage for green units from Roxy. Yes, it's still going to be a lot of damage from Roxy, but we don't risk dying, which is very, very nice. So we can first turn guaranteed get rid of her, and at that point, it's up to card draw whether you basically just win. As long as if you can pull one Eskener card or like one combo back, or at least something to lifesteal with them back, it's a guaranteed win. You can go downhill, but you just gotta hope it doesn't destroy you with like terrible RNG, and you're fine. So yeah, humans are insanely strong for this. What I like to do, I never kill mono. I kill Lilia and I leave mono because mono most likely is going to pop cleanses, and it's like a useless card, so you take less damage. And I like to just leave her just because she cleanses. And if you leave her last, she's almost going to cleanse every single turn. But at this point, it's already just over. Eren can't really do anything by himself, so we just get rid of her and it's GG's. So yeah, Hero Arena Season 5 pretty much completed. If only like from the last run Mile had not done it, it would have been a three team clear pretty easily. Nothing too crazy. So yeah, man, hope you enjoyed like the runs. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.
You go. Oh, yeah, I gotta let you go. Oh, yeah, I gotta let you go. I gotta let you Summer fine, I saw you right up in the summertime. I tried to make you mine, it wouldn't work. Put in work, I had to push you first. I lost my mind, went berserk. I feel like Uzi Vert. Vivian Westwood chain hanging right around my neck. Balenciaga kicks 44 when I step. Summer fine, I saw you right up in the summertime. But now I stay inside all the time, wasting away, waiting for you to call one more time. Without